red cast and the blue cast. Just a little bit of a background before we start tonight. There's a lot of hard work that's gone into this. We just take one full week. We go from 8:30 on Mondays to 5 o'clock on Fridays for 5 days, and that is with whatever size cast we've got. We've gone from 30 to 150, or I'm sorry, 140 is the biggest cast we had for Joseph. And it was just, it's an incredible experience trying to learn a production. Even if it's just cut down a little bit, you'll see that we've taken a few verses out of some of the songs. But most of the songs are left in and just cut down a bit. And the actors they have to learn their lines. This is a bit longer than most of the productions we've done. The actors have learned their lines in less than that 1 week. Last night and tonight. So if you hear them, when you listen to their jokes and see what they've done, I think you'll be amazed. Now what I want you to do is if you've got your phones, please turn them off. There was a bit of a ring in the first production. So please do that. Turn your phones off. No flash photography. And we'll just get right on with the play. If you would, please put your hands together for the Pop Mikado.
executions. While I was charging this delegate office, I saw Yum Yum.
Yum Yum!
We loved each other at once, but she was betrothed to her guardian Coco, a cheap tailor, and I saw that my suit was hopeless. Overwhelmed with despair, I left the town. A month ago, I heard that Coco had been condemned to death for flirting. I hurried back at once in the hope of finding Yum Yum at liberty to marry me.
It is true that Yum Yum Coco was condemned to death for flirting, but he was reprieved at the last moment and praised and exalted great the Lord High Executioner under the following remarkable circumstances. How great the God of virgins stand with me to rule out the king and to show one triumph, and with all young men has first be split. So eat and breathe in words unseen, and all who flirted lead on me, confess on you we are near. Should forthwith be beheaded, beheaded, beheaded. Should forthwith be beheaded. I expect you all agree that he was right to serve. And I am right, and you are right, and all is right as right can be. And you are right, and we are right, and all is right as right can be. And all is right as right can be. Right as right can be.
Coco, chief tailor, Lord High Executioner of Chikiku. Why, that's the highest rank a citizen can attain.
It is. And logical Mikado, seeing no moral difference between the judge and the one who carries out the sentence, has rolled the two officers into one, and now every judge is his own executioner.
But how good of you to tell all this to me, a mere struggling minstrel?
Don't mention it. It is consequently my degrading duty to serve Coco, Lord of the Treasury, Lord Chief Justice, Lord High Admiral, Master of the Viscounts, and Archbishop of Chikiku, and Lord Mayor all rolled into one, and at a salary that revolts me. Further,
And it does you credit.
but I don't stop at that. I also retail state secrets for a very low price. For instance, any more information about Yum Yum? Yeah, baby. We're going to the head of a state secret. Young man is best, like wine so true. Young, young man, you must not woo. It will not do. I'm sorry for you. You very perfect illusion of this very day. Ooh, young, young. We'll went away and home and home with the beat to drum and the rope to drum to wed the Lord High Executioner. And the rock will race and the trumpet break and the lion is already dead. He'll come away and over with the Lord High Executioner. And the rock will race and the trumpet break and the lion is already dead. She'll come away and over with the Lord High Executioner.
If I had journeyed for a month or nearly to learn that Yum Yum, whom I love so dearly, the state of Coco is to be united.
The fact appears to be irrecided. Look! Here he comes equipped in his suits and station. He'll give you further information.
Behold, the Lord High Executioner.
The gentlemen and I are much touched by this reception. If I am ever called upon to act professionally, I am happy to think that there will be plenty of people whose loss will be a distinct gain to society at large. As someday you may happen that a victim might be found. I've got a little list of society offenders who might well be underground, who never would be missed, There's the crime paparazzi, always taking photographs of people who have bloody hands and irritating laughs. That's a new sofa. And little Nicky Webster and all others who seem glad of persons who in shake hands and be like, that. And all scientists and fans who think that aliens exist, like none of them will be missed, Then the person who will try to flee the country just like Snakes, the piano organist, I've got him on the list. The people who eat very fine and public in your face, they never would be missed. Then the idiot who tries to sell you time to that stint. He always calls at dinner time and never gets the hint. And that auntie from the country who will always pinch your cheek. The webman who gets wrong and ruins every week. And that singular anomaly, the truthful journalist. I don't think they exist, so I'm sure they're not Then that international nuisance who just now is rather like a terrorist. I've got him on the list. And all people who put Monty Python sketches in their life. They never would be missed. Unapologetic statesmen who just never seem to care. Or overzealous protesters whose causes change in air. I think I should be careful. People have been known to sue. The task of filling out the blanks I'd rather leave to you, but it really doesn't matter who you put upon your list. They none of them be missed. It seems that the connections in the festivities of connection with my approaching marriage must last a week.
Speaking as your private secretary, I should say it's the city will have to pay for it. Do it well.
Exactly, as the city will have to pay for it.
But, as private secretary, of course you understand that as Chancellor of the Exchequer, I'd be able to see the truth of these affairs.
But just now you said, don't stint yourself, do it well.
As private secretary.
And now you say 2 o'clock must be observed.
As Chancellor of the Exchequer.
I see. Come over here where the Chancellor can't hear us. Now, as my solicitor, how do you advise me to deal with these difficulties?
Oh, as a solicitor, I have no hesitation in saying, Chancellor.
Thank you, I will. The matter will be under my careful consideration. My bride and her sisters approach.
Thank you.
last, my bride that is to be.
You're not going to kiss me before all these people.
Well, I'm not going to kiss you after them. You feel wet and sloppy.
I want it done. For goodness, that's... Scary. Well, it's you. I haven't seen you for ever so long. And have you got an engagement? Yum yum does. It's him. But she doesn't like it, and she would rather it be you. Now tell us all the news, because you go about everywhere. We've been at school.
I beg your pardon. Will you present me?
Oh, this is just the news. Oh, this is the news.
One at a time, please.
Sir, I have the misfortune to love your wood yum yum. Oh, I know I deserve your anger.
And yet not a bit, my boy. Why, I love her myself. Charming girl, pretty eyes, nice hair, the whole lot, really. Take them away. Allow me to present you to Peter. These are my awards. That one right there is Yum Yum, my bridal length.
So please let us regret if we are thinking empty cares. Do what better makes so hard we shall not build to by and by. When you feel constant habits swing so hard to us, so hard to us. And good thing good with life is free. Be hard enough, be hard enough. If we're inclined to dance and sing tra la la la, tra la la la, tra la la la.
Yum yum. At last we are alone. I have sought you night and day for the last 3 weeks in the hope that your guardian Coco was beheaded. And I find that you are to be married to him this afternoon.
Alas, yes.
But you do not love him.
Alas, no.
Mortified rapture. But why do you not refuse him?
What good would that do? He's my guardian and he would not let me marry you.
But I would wait until you were of age.
You forget that in Japan, girls do not reach years of discretion until they are 50.
True, from 17 to 49 are considered years of indiscretion.
Besides, a wandering minstrel who plays a wind instrument outside tea houses is hardly a fitting husband. The Lord High Executioner.
But, shall I tell her? Yes, she will not betray me. What should prove that I am no musician?
There, I knew it. Directly I heard you play.
What should prove that I am no other than the son of His Majesty, the Mikado?
The son of the Mikado?
Some years ago, I had the misfortune to captivate Kadisha, an elderly lady of my father's court. She misconstrued my customary affability into expressions of affection, and claimed me in marriage under my father's law. My father ordered me to marry her within a week, or perish. That night I fled his court, and assuming the disguise of the second-term boat player in the travelling band.
If you please, I think your highness had better not come to me. The laws against flirting are excessively severe.
But we are quite alone, and nobody can see us.
And we must obey the law.
If it wasn't for the law, how happy we might be.
Happy indeed.
If it were not for the law, we should now be standing side by side. Like that.
Instead of being obliged to stand half a mile off. Like that.
We should be gazing into each other's eyes. Like that.
Breathing sighs of unutterable love. Like that.
With our arms around each other's waists. Like that.
Yes, if it wasn't for the law.
If it wasn't for the law.
And being engaged to Coco, you know.
Yes. Being engaged to Coco. To Coco lighted on a string in tender tone. Love will let us be united. Let us be each other's own. I would merge your rain station where these things are not allowed.
to think how entirely my future of happiness is wrapped up in that little parcel. Oh, matrimony! What is it? Can't you see that I was soliloquizing?
They're all places on this much see Mikado.
The Mikado, eh? Wally Gongcha. That's better. The Mikado was struck by the fact that no executions have taken place in Chichibu for a year, and agrees that within the next month somebody is beheaded, the rank of a city will be reduced to a village, and my position as Lord High Executioner will be abolished.
That would involve us all in irretrievable ruin.
Yes, there is no help for it. We must execute somebody at once. The question is who?
Well, it seems unkind to say so. Since you're under the death of verdict, everything seems to point to you.
To me? What are you talking about? I can't execute myself.
Well, unless you're being substitute.
Of course, a substitute, nothing easier, my boys. Puma, I appoint you Lord High Substitute.
I should be delighted. Such an appointment will realize my fondest dreams. But no, I must sit bound for an execution. I am so proud if I allow my family pride to be my guide. I volunteer to quit this fear instead of you in a minute or two. My family pride must be denied and set aside and mortified and mortified.
My brainy teens with endless schemes, but good and new. What did he do? Like if I split the benefit that I refused the counter blues. Now every mental aches, plans, and flaws, and plan the best we can.
I am so proud if I allow my family pride to be my guide. I volunteer to quit this fear instead of you in a minute or two. My family pride must be denied and set aside and mortified and mortified.
Simply appalling to think I'm required to die within a month, and that by a man whom I have loaded with honours. Is this public gratitude? Hey, what are you doing with that gun?
I'm about to terminate an unendurable existence.
Terminate your existence? Terminate your existence? Nonsense, sir. What for?
Because you are going to marry the girl I adore.
Nonsense, I won't permit it. I am a humane man, and if you attempt anything of the sort, I shall order your instant arrest. Come, sir, desist at once, or I will summon my guard.
That's absurd. If you attempt to raise an alarm, I instantly perform the habit dispatch with this dagger.
No. Don't you see that in committing suicide, you are committing a crime, which is substitute.
What's the matter?
Are you absolutely resolved to die?
Absolutely.
Well, nothing whatsoever. Shake your determination.
Nothing.
Threats, prayers, entreaties, all useless out the window.
All. My mind is made up.
Then if you mean what you say, and if you are absolutely resolved to die, why spoil yourself by committing suicide? Why not be beheaded handsomely by the hands of the public executioner?
But I don't see how that would benefit me.
You don't? Observe! Bands playing the death march. Then, bells tolling. Ding. And then all the girls will be in tears. Nike, Nike, boo, 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 boo. My favourite part is where young man's really sad. Then there'll be general rejoicings and a display of fireworks in the park. It's my turn. I let you whistle one cushion. You won't be there to see them, but they'll be there all the same.
Do you think Yum Yum would really be sad for my death?
I'm convinced of it, my boy. Bless you, she's the most tender-hearted little creature of mine.
I should be sorry to cause her pain. Perhaps, after all, if I were to withdraw from Japan and travel in Europe for a couple of years, I might contrive to forget her.
Oh no, I do not think that you could forget Yum Yum so easily. And what is more miserable than a lost life of one?
True.
Life without Yum Yum wine seems absurd. And I guess yet there are many poor devils who have to live without it.
There are a good many people who have to endure it, yes.
Poor devils, yes. Why, you are quite right not to be of their number.
I won't be of their number.
I will bellow.
I'll tell you how to manage it. You let me marry Yum Yum tomorrow, and in a month you may behead me.
No, I draw the line at Yum Yum.
If you can draw the line, so can
No,
I.
no, no. Be reasonable. Don't you see? How can I consent to you marrying Yum Yum if I am to marry her myself?
You see, my good friend, she will be a widow in a month, and you can marry her then.
Quite true. But my position during the next month will be a most unpleasant one. A most unpleasant.
Not half so unpleasant as my position at the end of this.
I agree. It's only putting off my wedding for another month. But you won't prejudice her against me, will you?
Trust me, she shall never learn the truth from me.
With affection and gloomy strife, we come to learn how you decide. Don't hesitate, your choice to make. A dreadful fate, you'll suffer all the same. The dreadful fate, you'll suffer all the same.
After what you mean to do, we come to the appeal.
Congratulate me, gentlemen. I found the volunteer.
The gentleman is equivalent for happy.
His Nancy Pooh. I think he'll do.
Yes, yes, you will.
He yields his life if all Yum Yum surrender. Now I adore that girl's passion tender, and would not yield her with the red quill or her along if I did not adore myself with passion tender still, with passion tender still.
Oh, yes, he loves himself with passion tender still.
I know she's yours.
The threatening cloud has passed away.
They all kind
Surprise,
of
isn't it?
resolve. It's one of those Oscar Wildean kind of things, isn't it? These wonderful farcical melodramas. But I think that these guys have just done a wonderful job. Don't you think? Let's give them a hand. Taking wonderful children home. Sometimes it can be a little bit sad. But just encourage them that there's always another plane on another world. Let's put our hands together for Mikado.
Break the raven hair in the summer dress. Beg the maiden fair in brown happiness. Paint the pretty face by the royal emphasize the grace of a lady's shoes. Art and nature, as all well becomes a pretty bride. Art and nature are sublime, well becomes a pretty bride. Sit with downcast eye, let it brim with dew. Try if you can cry, we do so too. When your sun is soft, like a frightened fawn, flutter little heart, come and go. Modesty and marriage life well becomes a pretty bride. Modesty and marriage life well becomes a pretty bride. Break the raven hair in the summer dress. Make the maiden fair in the happiness. Paint the pretty face by the coral. Emphasize the grace of a lady's shoe. Art and nature, God's own art, well becomes a pretty bride.
Yes, I am indeed beautiful. Sometimes I sit and wonder, in my artless Japanese way, why it is I am so much more attractive than any other girl in the whole world. Could this be vanity? No. Nature is lovely and rejoices in her loveliness. I am a child of nature and take after my mother. The sun whose rays are all in place with ever-living glory does not deny his majesty, he scorns to tell a story. She doth exclaim, I blush for shame, so kindly be indulgent. But peace and gold and fiery gold, he glories only
take the top of it. And all he thinks he will find it a drawback. I think it's very indelicate of you to refer to such a subject on such a day. If my married happiness is to be cut short. Cut short in a month. Can't you let me get it?
Yum in tears? I don't have wedding morn?
They've been reminding me that in a month you're to be beheaded. Yes, we've been reminding her that you are to be beheaded. It's quite true, you know, you are to be beheaded.
Now some bridegrooms would be depressed by this sort of thing. A month? Well, what's a month? Bah, these divisions of time are purely arbitrary. Who says 24 hours make a day?
There's a popular impression to that effect.
Then we'll change time. We'll call each second a minute, each minute an hour, each hour a day, and each day a year. At that rate, we have about 30 years of married happiness before us.
And at that rate, the scene has already lasted 4 hours and 3/4. Yes, how time flies when one is thoroughly enjoying oneself.
That's the way to look at it. Don't let us be downhearted. There's a silver lining to every cloud.
Certainly. Let's be perfectly happy.
You've just ascertained that by Mikado's law, when a married man is beheaded, his wife is buried alive.
Buried alive!
Buried alive, buried alive. Ow, 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 buried alive. It's the most unpleasant death.
But who did you get that from?
The Bee Gees. My solicitor pooh-bah.
Darling, I don't want to appear selfish. And I love you with all my heart. I don't suppose I shall ever love anyone half as much. But when I agreed to marry you, my own, I had no idea, pet, that I should have to be buried alive in a month.
Nor I. It's the very first I've heard of it.
It makes a difference, doesn't it?
It makes a difference. Of course.
Do you see my difficulty?
Yes, and I see my own. If I insist on carrying out your promise, I doom you to a hideous death. But if I release you, you marry Coco at once. I can't live without Yum Yum. This afternoon I perform the happiness badge.
No, pardon me. I cannot allow that.
Why not?
Why, hang it all, you're under contract to die by the hands of the public executioner. If you kill yourself, what's to become of me? Why, I shall die in your place.
It should certainly seem so.
Oh, what is it now?
Mikado and his fleet are approaching the city and will be here in 10 minutes.
The Mikado is coming to see whether his orders have been carried out. Now this is getting serious. A bargain's a bargain, and you really must not frustrate the ends of justice by committing suicide. As a gentleman and a man of honor, you are bound to die by the hands of the public executioner.
Very well then, behead me.
What? Now?
Certainly, at once.
My good sir, I do not go about prepared to execute gentlemen at a moment's notice. Oh, I have never eaten a blowfish.
Chop chop, chop chop, chop 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 chop. That's getting old.
Funny.
Come, my poor fellow. We all have unpleasant duties to discharge at times. Sooner or later, they must be done.
Hey, no they shouldn't. Why should I kill you when making an affidavit that you've been executed will do just as well? Why, we've plenty of witnesses here. Lord Chief Justice, Lord High Admiral, Commander-in-Chief, Secretary of the State, and Lord High Treasury.
But where are they?
They're all here. Can't you see them? They all agree to it. Won't you?
Am I to understand that all us high officers of state to perjure ourselves to ensure your safety?
Why not? You'll be grossly insulted as usual.
Will the insult be cash or credit?
Cash transaction.
Choose your fiction, and I'll endorse it.
But I tell you, the life of that young
Yum, bother, yum. Go fetch yum. Taste yum, and marry yum. Only never come back again. Why, here she comes now. Young, are you particularly busy?
Not particularly.
5 minutes to spare.
Yes.
Well then go with his grace, the Archbishop of Titipu, and he'll marry you at once.
But if I'm to be buried alive,
Buried alive, no questions asked. Listen to me, Nancy will tell all on the way. Come. Here comes Mikado. I can hear him in the distance. I better get going.
Oh, prosy dull society sinners who chatter and bleed and fall are sent to his sermons from mystical Germans who preach from 10 till 4. The amateur tenor whose vocal melodies all desire to share shall during the bowers exhibit his powers to Madame Tussauds waxwork. The lady who dies a chemical yellow or paints her gray hair puce, or pinches her figure with paint, she's bigger with permanent warm and juice. The idiot who in railway carriages
welcome, Your Majesty. The execution has taken place.
Oh, you had an execution, have you?
Yes, and the coroner has just handed me the certificate. Oh, man, I'm the best days again.
65 in 2 days. I can't believe it.
How's life gonna go?
See you now.
Thank you. Here it is.
You are the coroner?
Yes, I am.
Let's just get At Tiddyboo, in the presence of the Lord Chancellor, the Lord Chief Justice, Attorney General, Secretary of State for the Home Department.
They're all present, Your Majesty. I think I counted myself.
Oh, you think you did?
Yeah. I'm quite sure I did.
Very good house. I wish I'd been in time for the performance.
He was a tough fellow, a man of gigantic strength. His struggles were terrific. My nose. You should have seen the performance, it was remarkable.
Hey, describe it.
The criminal rides his properties down the same wild law. With a frightful, frantic, fearful frown, I bare my big white arm. I seized him by his little pigtail, and on his knees fell he. As he swerved and struggled and gurgled and guggled, I threw my sneak to steam. My sneak to steam. Oh, never shall I forget why this great to him. As the gnashed my teeth went from the sheath, I drew my sneak to steam.
We know him well, he had no doubt to a crowd to stand. He always tries to utilize it every time he can. Shivered and shook as he gave the sign for strong, he didn't deserve. When all of a sudden his eye declined, it seemed to break his nerve. For he nodded his head and kissed his hand and a whistle in the key. When the saber drew her clean, he drew his surgical vertebrae.
All this is very interesting, and I should like to have seen it. But we came across a totally different matter. A year ago, my son, the heir to the throne of Japan, bolted from our imperial court.
Have you any reason to be dissatisfied with his position?
None whatever. On the contrary. I was going to marry him. Yet, he fled.
I am surprised that he fled from one so lovely.
That is not true. You hold that I am not beautiful because my face is plain, but you know nothing. You are still unenlightened. Learn then that it is not in the face alone that beauty is to be sought. My face is unattractive,
It is.
but I have a left shoulder blade that is a miracle of loveliness. People come miles to see it. I have a right elbow that has a fascination that few can resist.
Allow me.
It is on due Tuesdays and Wednesdays. On presentation of visiting cards. As for my circulation, it is the largest in the world.
And yet he fled.
Yes, and is now masquerading in this very town, disguised as a second
trombone player.
A second drum! Burglar? Yes, would it be troubling you too much if I asked if you could produce him? He goes by the name of
Name pupil.
Name Pupil.
It's quite easy. In fact, it's rather difficult. In the point of fact, he's gone abroad.
Oh! Oh! What's the matter? See him! His name! Name pupil! Beheaded this morning! Oh, where will I find another? Where will I find another?
Dear, dear, dear. It seems, my poor fellow, that you are excited to carry out my wishes.
Wait, this is nearly done.
Yeah. Finished it? Yeah, okay. My poor fellow, it seems that in your anxiety to carry out my wishes, you have beheaded the heir to the throne of Japan!
I beg to offer an unqualified apology.
I think I associate myself with that expression of regret. We really haven't the least notion.
Oh, of course you hadn't. How could you? Come, my poor fellow, it was no fault of yours. If a man of exalted rank chooses to disguise himself as a second trombone player, he must take the consequences. It really distresses me to see you take on so.
We are infinitely obliged to your majesty.
I forget the punishment for causing the death of the heir apparent.
Punishment? But I was a mistake!
Unfortunately, the act says causing the death of the heir apparent. It says nothing about any mistakes. Now then, how about your execution? Will after lunch do? Can you wait till then?
Yes, we can wait till then.
Alright, we'll make it after lunch.
I don't want any lunch.
I'm really very sorry for all three of you. But this is an unjust world, and virtue is triumphant only in theatrical performances.
Well, there's only one thing to be done. Nankapu hasn't started yet. We must bring him back to life at once. Here he is. What a stroke of luck. Nankapu, I've got great news for you. You don't have to go.
Oh, but it's too late. I'm a dead man, and I'm off for my honeymoon.
Oh, nonsense. We've got terrible news. It appears that you are the son of the Mikado.
Yes, but that happened some time ago.
It is time for Eric of the Lodge.
Huh?
Idle chatter.
Oh.
Your father is here with Katasha.
My father? And with Kadasha?
Yes, and he wants you particularly.
So does she.
Oh, but he's married now.
What does that have to do with it?
Kadasha claims me in marriage, but I can't marry her because I'm married already. Consequently, she will insist on my execution. And if I am executed, my wife will have to be buried alive.
You see our difficulty?
Yes, and I don't know what's to be done.
I think there's one chance.
Yes, there's one chance for you. If you can persuade Kadasha to marry you, she will have no further claim on me. And in that case, I could come to life without having any fear of being put to death.
I marry Katasha?
I really think it's the only course.
My good girl, have you seen her face? Something appalling.
Oh, but it's only a face. She's got a right elbow kicking come miles this year. And she has a right heel that is much admired by connoisseurs.
Connoisseurs. You guys are inclined to pin my heart upon a lady's right heel.
It comes to this. When Kadasha is single, I prefer to be a disembodied spirit. But when Kadasha is married, existence is as welcome as the flowers in spring. Oh, without you in the spring twilight, we promise a merry sunshine. We welcome the flowers in spring twilight, and the lost and attractive of May twilight. With the caricature of face, with the caricature of face. And that's what we mean when we say that a thing is as welcome as flowers that bloom in the spring. But la 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 la, la 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 la, la la la, bloom in the spring.
rang the melting drum, with a caricature of a face, with a caricature of a face. And that's what I mean when I say, or I sing, like one of the flowers that bloom in the spring. Tra la 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 la, tra la 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 la, flowers that bloom in the spring. Tra la la la, tra la la la, flowers that bloom in the spring.
Alone and yet alive. Holds the polka, my soul still my body's prisoner. Remote thy peace that death alone can give. My doom to wait, my punishment to live. Hearts do not break, they sting and ache. For honor's sake, but do not die. The wicked breath, they not foretell, as witness that the living high, oh living high, come tell me why, when hope is gone, the stars stay on. Why linger here where all is drear? Oh, living high, come tell me why, when all hope is gone, the stars stay on. May not a cheating maiden die. May not a cheating maiden die.
Captain Shaw,
The miscreant who robbed me of my love, but vengeance pursues. They are heating the cold blood.
Captain Shaw, behold the lovely and capture is it. I mean, your face. I mean, your face. Captain Shaw,
It is a beauty spot.
it's very beautiful. Captain Shaw, mercy.
Mercy? Had you mercy on me? See here, you have slain my love. He did not love me, but he would have loved me in time. Oh, where shall I find another?
Here. I mean, here. Here.
It is a tattoo. The Japanese flag.
Captain Shaw, here.
What?
Captain Shaw, for years I have loved you with a white, hot passion that is slowly but surely consumed my very, my very toes. Ah, do not shrink from me, Captain Shaw, for I dare not hope for your love, but I will not live without it. Darling! Hey, how's the reception up there? Why? You look so beautiful on the TV.
You whose hands still reek with the blood of my betrothed, dare to address words of passion to the woman you have so foully wronged.
I do accept my love, or I perish on the spot.
You too, who knows so well as I that no one ever yet died of a broken heart.
You know not what you say. Listen. On a tree by the river, a little tomtit sang willow, it willow, it willow. I said to him, Dicky Bird, why do you sit singing willow, it willow, it willow? Is it weakness of intellect? Birdie, I cried, or a rather tough worm in your little inside. With a shake of his small little head, he replied, willow, it willow, it willow. He slapped at his on that bough. Oh, willow, it willow, it willow. That's sad.
Don't happy, John!
Old perspiration, the spangled his brow. Oh, willow, willow, willow. Climbed salt, he gurgled, he gave. He plunged himself into the billowy wave. When an echo rose on the suicide's grave. Oh, willow, it willow, it willow. Now I feel just as sure as I'm sure that my name is willow, it willow, it willow. Was blighted affection that made him exclaim, oh, willow, it willow. And if you remain callous and arguing, I shall perish as he did, and you will know why, that I probably shall not exclaim as I die. Oh, willow, it willow.
Did he really die of love?
He really did.
All on account of a cruel little head?
Yes.
Poor little chap.
It's an affecting tale, it's quite true. I knew the bird intimately.
Did you? He must have been very fond of her.
Yes, his devotion was extraordinary.
And if I refuse you, will you go do the same?
At once.
No. No, you mustn't. Or anything but that. Oh, I'm a silly little goose.
Well then. Yes, well.
And you won't hate me because I'm just a teeny weeny wincy bit bloodthirsty.
Ain't too wide, happy dog. There is beauty in the bloodthirstiness.
My idea exactly.
Yes.
There is beauty in the battle of the blows. There is grandeur in the growling of the gale. There is anger in the falling when the lion is roaring. The tiger is the lashing of his tail.
Yes, I like to see time from the towards night rents and sweet the lashing of his tail.
More eagles have a splendid than his brave, and the earthquakes will be terrified by the dawn. But to people scientific, there is nothing less horrific than the falling of the flight from the ball.
Yes, in spite of all my weakness, if I have a little weakness, it's the passion for the flight of wonderful.
If that is something,
there is beauty in stream old age. Do you fancy that you're elderly enough? Information I'm requesting on a subject interesting is the maid and all the bears are when she stops.
throughout the scientific, it's a general opinion that she loves a good deal on when she's talking.
Are you old enough to marry, do you think? Won't you wait until you're 80 in the shade? There's a fascination French kangaroo, and that's for men. Do you think you are sufficiently paid? Yes.
To the matter that you mentioned, I've given some attention, and I think I'm sufficiently decayed. If that is something fall over.
I'm sorry, I don't think I quite caught that last remark.
Mercy, even for Pooper.
Ah, Mercy, my husband that was to be is dead, and I have just married this miserable old